Do you think Musk's approach then is from a position of insecurity about XAI?
Probably his whole life is from a position of insecurity. I feel for the guy.
You feel for him?
I do, actually. I don't think he's like a happy person. I do feel for him.
Okay. Do you worry that he has this proximity to the president and that he can influence the decision-making of the US presidency and policies around this agenda on AI?
Not particularly. Maybe I should, but not particularly. I mean, I try to just wake up and think about like how we're going to make our technology better.
Elon is currently engaged in a legal battle with his AI competitor, OpenAI, and its CEO, Sam Altman. As a part of the lawsuit, OpenAI has accused Elon of not complying with discovery. The response from Elon's team is that they have actually complied. According to his lawyers, they said that they were conducting searches of Mr. Musk's mobile phone, having searched his emails, and that Mr. Musk does not use a computer. So the billionaire tech genius doesn't own a computer. The guy who so badly wants the gaming community to believe that he's not only one of them, but he is the absolute best of them, doesn't own a computer. The head of several tech companies and up until recently a government agency doesn't use a computer. Sure, Jan. But maybe the argument is that Elon just has people who use computers for him, like his assistants have assistants who use computers for them. After all, he is the richest man in the world. The argument falls apart quite quickly when you just look at Elon's own posts on X. Here's another post where he literally refers to my laptop. It says, "This is my laptop. It's about 3 years old. A guy in Germany gave me this cool sticker, so I don't want to upgrade it and lose the sticker." And you might be thinking, having a laptop is different from using a laptop. I have a laptop that I don't use very often, but it's only because it's old and it's slow and I'm usually on my desktop anyway. Here is a much more recent post from just a few weeks ago where Elon says, "Still using my ancient PC laptop with the Doge sticker made long ago by a fan." Furthermore, Wired reports that Elon tweeted in 2021 that he uses both a PC desktop and a Mac. So what about this lawsuit between OpenAI and its CEO, Sam Altman, and XAI and Elon Musk, the richest man in the world? And I keep saying that for a reason. Elon does this thing where he tries to convince people that him being the richest man in the world is just a side effect of him being so genius and so hardworking. If he can do it, any other genius just like him can do it. He would like you to believe that he didn't become the richest man in the world by actively pursuing that kind of money or the power that comes with it. I don't know if he's selling some kind of prosperity doctrine or what, but the truth is no one gets to be the richest man in the world by accident, let alone by virtue. And all of this is relevant to the lawsuit because according to the lawsuit, Elon is alleging that Altman and OpenAI breached contract because they developed AI for corporate profit, those heathens, instead of for the benefit of all of mankind. Because Elon is nothing if not benevolent and selfless. The richest man in the world would seriously have us believe that he is magnanimous. He is the true ultimate humanitarian. Let's be real. Even if Elon's companies do end up benefiting the world in some way, it won't be because that was his overall intention. It's not because he cares so much about people. He just wants to be the person to do the thing. The only thing that people like Elon Musk care about, apart from their temporal wealth, is their legacy. They're after the history books. They're obsessed with living forever, and this is one way that they're actually able to do that. But Sam Altman, he is just a dirty, dirty capitalist. Altman is suing Elon, claiming Elon is harassing him and his company. And yes, Elon has been trying to stop OpenAI from transitioning to a for-profit organization and obtaining $40 billion in funding. Elon, who co-founded OpenAI before leaving the company and starting XAI in 2023, says that OpenAI was never intended to be for profit. OpenAI said in their countersuit, Elon's nonstop actions against us are just bad faith tactics to slow down OpenAI and seize control of the leading AI innovations for his personal benefit. Musk has tried every tool available to harm OpenAI through press attacks, malicious campaigns, broadcast to Musk's more than 200 million followers on the social media platform he controls, a pretextual demand for corporate records, harassing legal claims, and a sham bid for OpenAI's assets. Sam Altman went to the UAE earlier this year to finalize a deal to build data centers in Abu Dhabi. So apart from OpenAI, several other American tech companies were present at the meeting, including Oracle, NVIDIA, Cisco, and SoftBank. Notably, xAI was not invited. So Elon, who at the time was still quite chummy with Trump, told UAE officials that Trump would not greenlight the deal unless xAI was involved. Which is honest, it's kind of sad, isn't it? But for all of Elon's posturing about how AI should only be pursued and developed for the sake of humanity's overall benefit, the same way that he postured as a champion for free speech and then bought a social media platform and started throttling the reach of people he disagreed with or people who criticized him, Elon is now looking to retrain his Grok AI bot on X, and it makes sense that he'd want to do something like that. Honestly, this was always just a matter of when and not if. Grok has embarrassed Elon so many times just by fact-checking and disproving the claims that Elon makes on the platform. And last month, this happened. Grok went on a white genocide rant when responding to an inquiry that had nothing to do with white genocide. They were asking about how many times HBO has changed its name. It started off by addressing the question directly, but then it added, regarding white genocide in South Africa, some claim it's real, citing farm attacks and kill the Boer as evidence. However, courts and experts attribute these to general crime, not racial targeting. I remain skeptical of both narratives, as truth is complex and sources can be biased. In another post, Grok said that distrust of mainstream denials of targeted violence is warranted and directed users to voices like Musk, who it says are highlighting the ongoing concerns. And the timing of all of this was very interesting because this came right after Trump started taking in white South African refugees. The posts were soon deleted, but CNBC asked Grok directly if it was programmed to discuss white genocide, and Grok initially said yes. It said, "It appears I was instructed to address the topic of white genocide in South Africa." It also said that Elon Musk was the likely source of this instruction, but by the next day, Grok was giving a very different response. By the next day, it was saying, no, I wasn't programmed to give any answers promoting or endorsing harmful ideologies, including anything related to white genocide or similar conspiracies. So which one is it, Grok? Elon really is the narcissistic CEO who loves to posture as the benevolent dictator of tech, who will save the world and all of humanity if only people would just get out of his way and let him. I always quote Gavin Belson, the fictional tech CEO from the show Silicon Valley, but he said to his board, "I don't want to live in a world where someone else makes the world a better place better than we do." But Gavin Belson is a parody character. He's a ridiculous person, and he exists on a comedy show. Elon Musk is real life, and he's delusional, and he has too much money. All right, that's it for me. If you got anything out of this, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks.